Oh, hello there.
Oh yeah, we're live.
We are live.
We're live. How y'all doing? Happy Friday. Hello, good morning, and welcome, gamers. Y'all know who we are. We are the FPS Guides team. And, our goal is to bring the gaming community together with reviews, guides, news, and clutch plays. This is our weekly podcast where we bring the latest in news, rumors, controversies, and discussions. Here you'll find some facts, some opinions, and a lot of pretty lame jokes. If you like what we do here, be sure to check us out on fpsguides.com and follow us on social media. And for all of you listeners out there, FPS Guides podcast can now be found on Apple Play and Spotify. Woo. So check that out. If you're driving to work and you don't want to get pulled over for watching YouTube or something like that, there you go.
This is what I do every day.
Same. I didn't say that on the air. We are a small but growing community comprised of gamers, both young and old, who are just passionate about gaming. If you are interested in becoming a part of the SPS Guides community, or perhaps becoming a content creator, please hit us up on our website. We would love to hear from you. Now, let's just recap. How was your week?
Oh man, just busy. It's just been a busy.
It's like always.
Yeah, how about you?
Not too shabby. I've been playing Anthem. Surprisingly, I never thought I'd even say that, but I've been playing Anthem. I'm playing it until it stops being fun. But right now, I'm getting some enjoyment out of it. But I'm only really playing it when I have a friend to play it with. Like, I haven't really been playing it by myself. And that's kind of how I recommend playing it. It's just not super fun by yourself, at least in my opinion. If you're having fun playing solo, more power to you, brother. But it's not my cup of tea. But let's see what else. I mean, I've been playing Smash Bros and all that stuff. Been trying out some new mains. Trying out Robin. Trying out Been trying out Snake and stuff like that. Trying to mix up a lot. Downloaded the Devil May Cry 5 Deluxe Edition last night. Waited until midnight. Got on at midnight. Realized I needed to download 6 more gigabytes. And I was getting kind of tired. So I was like, okay. You know what? Maybe it's just stars are just not aligned right now.
Maybe I'll just play it tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe I'll just play it tomorrow. So, or just play it today. After I go see this George Orwell's 1984.
Dude, that's gonna be good, man.
It's gonna be interesting. I've never seen a play before, and it's gonna be 1984, which is like a super influential novel. So, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, true.
But anyways, video games. Yeah, what's up? What you been doing? What you been up to?
I have stopped playing Anthem.
Okay.
And I have been playing Metro. I actually just bought Titanfall 2 last night because it was on sale. It was $8. That's worth it.
That's a steal. That is a steal.
I'm gonna be playing that, and I'm gonna be gearing up for the Division coming out in a week.
Okay.
Because my buddy Dan said he would jump on that, so I was like, oh, all right, sure. So that's pretty much it, really. I got more thoughts on Anthem. When we get to it.
Okay.
But we got other headliners to talk about first.
I'm excited. So what, Sig? You got nothing this week? You got nothing? You didn't
play anything with Kate?
You didn't play Tetris for 5 minutes this week? Like, what's up, dude?
You didn't play anything with your son?
Okay, it may look like it's been a lazy week, but it wasn't. It hasn't been that lazy.
It's been nonstop.
Yeah. If you guys look down on the bottom of the stream, you'll see buttons, new links to
buttons.
Yeah, there's buttons. You can click on the Apple
clickable buttons.
Yeah, because our podcast is now available and live on Apple Podcasts.
Let's go.
Click that button. Spotify, click that button.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have the button yet for the Google Play podcasts because that just came on yesterday.
Okay,
but it's coming.
So it's coming.
We're still working on it. We'll get there.
Yeah, so it's kind of official now. Like before, it went from like a messing around podcast.
It's like, whoa.
We're getting there.
Right. We have to.
We're on multiple platforms now, folks. So check us out. Tell your friends.
So I didn't really play games. I messed around with that, and then I messed around with
the screen
behind us. Y'all didn't say it. No one said anything on the chat last week, but the sound effects we would go
Yeah.
whoosh every minute.
No, we had like Microsoft PowerPoint transitions. Like, come on.
Somebody could have been like, "Hey guys."
Nobody said anything like, "Oh, that's kind of lame, dude. Why'd you do that?" Like,
And then I removed that tumbling ball. That
Like,
That's
holy
very, very
crap.
funny.
So, yeah.
I did some things related to the podcast, but I didn't get to play any games.
That's fine.
Yeah, I went to try to Deep Rock. There's a Deep Rock. It's like a outer space simulator shooter, but
Deep Rock.
yeah.
Okay.
I downloaded it and installed it, but it was only like a 2 or 3 day free weekend.
Oh,
and
okay.
That lapsed. So
you just like fly through space and shoot rocks.
they kind of all look like Torbjorn.
Okay.
Okay. So Torbjorn shaped rocks.
No, the character. It's a shooter. It's actually a shooter.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and I wanted to play it, but yeah, I didn't have time. Yeah, and then when I tried to download another one, the Warhammer. What is it? Warhammer 2?
Warhammer 2?
Vermintide 2?
Vermintide, yeah. Vermintide 2.
It's a fun one.
I went
It's like
to...
Left 4 Dead, but medieval.
It's just like Left 4 Dead.
It's downloading now on my desktop at home, so I haven't had a chance to play it.
It's a good time.
Yeah, it's 5 gig download.
It's a good time.
Ooh, 5 gigs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, but when you're doing it like 2 hours before the podcast, so you have something to talk about. It's like I feel like a slacker, but I didn't slack. I got stuff done. Look,
Stuff done.
look at that. Look, you see the chat. It goes on this. You see it? You see it right there? You see it?
Where?
It's too small.
I see the
That's a
chat.
cool feature,
on
right?
The chat.
That's
window.
neat though. Hello, Division Matrix.
Hello.
Thanks for stopping in, as always.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. It looked funky.
Yeah, okay. We're like as you can see, we're still working out the kinks.
Working on.
We're
things.
still working out the kinks, but we'll get it there. We'll get it there.
So, do you guys want to talk about Devil May Cry 5?
Absolutely.
Are you excited?
I'm super excited.
Nice.
So
Capt Stiffy is excited for a game, guys.
I'm excited for a
take
game.
note.
While you do that, let me go check on the rendering. If it's done,
There we
just put it
go.
up on the screen.
So-
All right, we're gonna talk about it while he does stuff.
for those of you who are for some reason unaware,
Hello,
Devil May
long
Cry
time.
5 has been released today, folks. So if you like the Devil May Cry series, this is the next one.
And I've heard it's the best there
And
is.
I've
so-
heard really good things about it. I mean, I think what was Metacritic score?
The Metacritic
Was
score
it
right
in
now
80s?
that I checked is an 88. And I
88?
checked that like 5 minutes before
And
we
that was
got
before everyone even played it.
So that's real
it's looking good. I played the demo. The demo was awesome. We're actually trying to get some footage of
So you can
my
see it as we're talking
gameplay
about
up.
it, like throughout the podcast.
So yeah, we're trying to talk. You can see it going on in the background throughout the podcast. We're gonna try and get that going. But yeah, I'm super stoked about this game. I mean, like I love Devil May Cry series.
Have you played? What's your history with the Devil May Cry franchise? Have you played all of them?
Okay.
Have you?
So I haven't played all of them, which I know is I guess a bit of a sin, but
I mean,
I just haven't had a PlayStation, so I haven't been able to play 1 through 3.
True.
And by the time that the full remastered, Chronicle came out, I didn't really like the camera angles and stuff. It didn't age.
Yeah.
It didn't age well for
It's
me.
very dated.
It didn't age well for me, and I found myself falling off of it pretty quickly. But I played Devil May Cry 4 on the Xbox when that came out. Absolutely loved it. I played like every difficulty. I beat the game on every difficulty I could have. I played a bunch of the game. I played the weird redheaded stepchild, the
DMC,
the DMC, like
that one gets
the
a lot of hate,
European
but
remake.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
'cause
no,
it was fun.
It gets a
wasn't
lot of hate,
great,
because
but it was fun.
It makes
was fine.
It makes the Dante look like some kind of emo grungy, like European rock star from the '80s. Like it's just weird, but. It was good. It was a Devil May Cry game. It was fast. It had combat. It had styles. It was great. But I'm super glad that they actually went back to the original characters, and they even continue with the Devil May Cry 4 story, because from all the hardcore Devil May Cry fans, Devil May Cry 4 was their least favorite. Because Dante wasn't the main focus character.
Oh, okay. Because
Nero was the main focus character for basically the whole game.
Okay.
And so a lot of people didn't like that. But I thought Nero was a cool character. I thought he had really cool powers and everything, and I was super happy to see that they actually have Nero coming back again, as an old, experienced devil hunter with all these new
What do you think of the new playable character, like the new character V? Do you think he's going to be like a cool addition?
He looks pretty sick. I was watching some gameplay of his. Like he does a lot of like summons. Like he summons.
Have you played Nier Automata before?
Animals and stuff. No, I haven't played.
Okay, it's kind of akin to that gameplay. His gameplay.
What do you mean?
In Nier Automata, you fight things, but you have a little robot partner, and he's like shooting stuff on the side. As you're like kind of evading, you're always doing damage.
Okay.
So in his playstyle, he summons 2 like demons to attack for him. So he kind of has to maneuver away from danger while his familiars or pets attack.
Right.
And he has to do the finishing blow, which is kind of cool. So.
Okay. Yeah.
So like that might be a little bit weird to jump into.
It looks very unique, but I'm pretty excited to see how he plays. There's actually a lot of characters that you can play as. I mean,
isn't there just 3?
I mean, there are other characters in the game, and I know that in previous games you could play as these characters. So I'm guessing maybe you could use them all in like different challenge modes, or maybe after you beat the game,
it gives
you can
another
play through it again. Or
that would be cool.
Maybe like because there are the male characters and there are female characters, and they should all be playable.
Mm-hmm.
So for the males you have Nero, Dante, and V. But the other one, you have Trish, you have Lady, and you have this new person, Nico. I don't think Nico is ever going to actually be playable,
she's not gonna be playable
because she's kind of like the
she's
engineer,
like
mechanic person. But in past Devil May Cry's, you could play as Lady and you can play as Trish, and they all had their own crazy abilities. Like Lady has all these guns and rocket launchers and stuff, and Trish is like part demon, and she has like all these lightning abilities and stuff, and it's like super cool. So I'm guessing that maybe you'll be able to play through the game through like the male's perspective, and then play through it with Trish and Lady and see what they've been up to.
Kind of cool. I mean,
being like this parallel, because that's kind of how.
That wouldn't be so strange for Capcom because they've done it with Resident Evil. So.
Especially not for Devil May Cry, because they've done that with Devil May Cry. You'll play the game through as one character, and you may have interactions with another character, but then maybe you get to a certain point in the game, and then you switch over to another guy. So like you switch over to Dante, and you see what Dante's been up to.
I like that. I like that a lot when games do that, because it gives you like a different sense of the game,
and it kind of helps the stories converge, and you kind of know what everyone's been up to and why we're all leading to this finale or something.
Yeah.
So I'm really stoked about it. I can't wait to play it, honestly.
Nice.
I'm just trying to get out of here as fast as possible today, so I can go home and play it. I'm going to try and stream it. It's going to be a little difficult for me to stream right now. I have company over, and I don't have a really big place right now. So where I do my streaming and my gaming and stuff is in the living room, and this person is sleeping on the couch in the living room, and I just don't want to be.
Why don't you have
asshole.
Him sleep in? You sleep on the couch, and then he sleeps in your room.
So he can sleep in my room. I mean,
maybe
he can. Maybe he can. Maybe he can cuddle up with my girlfriend. But
kind of weird.
Yeah.
But definitely looking forward to playing it then.
Definitely looking forward to play. It's
we'll have more.
It's gonna be lit, and
we'll have more to talk about it next week.
I'll have more impressions,
and then plus the Division comes out next week.
Stuff, and a week after that we got Sekiro.
Oh my gosh, dude. So amped.
This month is stacked.
Don't want to digress too much away from the subject.
Let's moving on. We actually had some pretty crazy, interesting stories happening this week.
Yeah, very. I'm sure you've heard about them, but we're here to give you the full rundown.
Pretty controversial ones. So there was
that Steam game.
That Steam game. So for those of you who don't know, there was actually Steam is under fire kind of this week for a game that they actually had slated to release. Literally called Rape Day.
Yeah, that's the title.
That is the title on Steam. If you go on Steam and you type in Rape Day, you will be brought to a game that is this game. And so basically,
their community was not happy about that.
Yeah, the community was not happy about that, and it's pretty obvious to see why. The game, graphic content is not a new thing in games. It's been a thing for a while. A lot of games, like Gears of War and stuff, thrive off of really graphic content. But I mean, there has to be a line to draw somewhere, and this is probably that line. So this game features or allows you to
pretty much do what the title
basically
says,
do whatever you want.
like,
Sexually assault, hurt, kill women. You can there's themes of like necrophilia and incest, and this is like. This isn't some like weird thing you find off some like back alley off of like the darkest part of the internet. Like this is on Steam, and that's just not going over too well. And Steam's kind of put between a rock and a hard place because Steam has always been trying to have kind of a hands-off policy with their content creators. They don't want to vet too harshly the kind of games people go on there because they believe. In the free speech when it comes to people like developers, especially these smaller independent developers, they don't want to stunt anybody. But like I said, there has to be a line. There's got to be a line to cross, and unfortunately, these people have crossed it. And Steam actually did take the game down, or in the process of taking the game down. And they are going to have to revamp their policy a little bit. When their policy was really lax, they actually loosened up their policy a decent bit around July of last year to become more hands-off so that developers feel more encouraged to make the games that they like. But, the way that it was worded, it was basically just like, your game will be reviewed. Basically we'll look at it to make sure that it can run properly and it's not going to brick anybody's computer. But, they will make sure that there's games out there not just specifically to troll people.
Yeah, it's very...
That's how they actually worded it. It's like they're aiming to, they're banning games that are just trolling. Like they say that in their thing.
Yeah, things that are clearly illegal, which
this is clearly illegal, so they're going to have to revamp it a little bit.
Do you want to read those statements that Valve said, or do you think...
Yeah, so we actually do have some statements from Valve in response to all these criticisms. So this is from Valve. Over the past week, you may have heard about a game called Rape Day coming soon to Steam. Today, we've decided not to distribute this game on Steam. Much of our policy around what we distribute is and must be reactionary. We simply have to wait and see what comes to us via Steam Direct. We then have to make a judgment call about any risk it puts to Valve, our developer partners, or our customers. After significant fact-finding and discussion, we think Rape Day poses unknown costs and risk and therefore will not be on Steam.
All right, I'm glad they put out a statement to clarify like kind of what they were thinking about deciding to put the game up or not. That kind of puts them in a little bit better light, I think.
I agree.
Be like, hey, this is what we thought, this is what we did, this is how we decided.
I agree.
So, I mean, it was definitely going to come to this decision regardless, because if this were to go through, it would be terrible for Steam.
Something had to be done about it.
But it's good that they put out a statement to clear up everything, and that came to us actually from the Verge. Got that info.
So thanks, Verge.
Thanks, Verge.
Anybody out there looking to create some highly controversial content?
Do you think this is?
Think twice.
Do you think that this is like now the new line, and there's going to be another game that's going to push the line again and go past this, or are they going to be like, all right, like this is clearly what they said no to. We're going to not make games like this anymore.
I could definitely see it happening. I just think there's a lot of people out there who just really like to push the envelope.
Yeah.
And there's just
it really does.
like they if there's like a new line to cross, they want to try and cross that line. Just to push it just a little bit, just tweak a little bit, just push some buttons and kind of see where it
goes. The only thing I'm afraid of is that a new game will come out or potentially go on Steam to push the line a little further, and then when the line goes further, that line that was just there is now acceptable. That's what I'm a little afraid of.
Maybe.
Does that make sense? Does that make
I see
sense?
what you're saying. I don't quite think that it'll work that way. I feel like the Rape Day is the line now.
So that's like
that is the line now. But they're just gonna try and get as close to that line as possible.
Okay.
Maybe some very highly suggested themes.
Looks like we're stuck.
Okay. No, it's just everyone else is stuck. We're fine.
We're stuck. Video's stuck. Okay.
Why is that?
That's weird. Anyways.
Tech difficulties, but we'll
technical difficulties.
Keep talking here.
We're just gonna pretend you guys can still hear us and move on. So yeah, there you go. That's the Rape Day story.
Gives you the full picture there.
Gives you the full picture there. Yes, sir. And go ahead and air your woes about Anthem.
We got some
Sir
stuff
Eric.
to say about Anthem, but
What have you got to say about Anthem?
So as you guys have probably heard throughout the week, Anthem has been crashing, but it's not just been crashing. It's been crashing consoles, PS4 consoles. So this really deterred me from playing. I stopped playing, and basically EA has put out a statement about this. And I'm going to read their statement because this statement was delivered on Monday, just to give you some context of the timeline about what's happening. This is from EA. We are currently in the process of gathering information about the PS4 issues so we can determine the root cause. Pretty blanket statement there. Now, that was on Monday. On March 6th, I think I wrote that, on Wednesday, late Wednesday, BioWare also came out with a statement clarifying how they're going to fix these problems. BioWare says it has identified issues in Anthem that were causing players' PlayStation 4 systems to crash and will issue a patch to fix that problem in an update expected on the 12th of March. It's a little late, guys.
Yeah.
It's a little late. That's a lot of time. That's a week.
Yeah.
That's a week. Continuing on, lead producer Ben Irving said that BioWare, quote, discovered a bunch of things that were causing crashes and were addressed in our patch. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. You should not be just discovering things that crash consoles.
Yeah.
No. Bad. Now, Sony also has investigated this problem and said they haven't found any consoles that were actually, quote-unquote, bricked or rendered unavailable, or unusable, by Anthem crashes. That came to us from Polygon. Thanks, Polygon.
Oh, okay.
So basically, they fixed it in this upcoming patch, but I traded in my game already, man. Like, it's gone.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. It's gone.
Like, this is unacceptable. This is disgraceful for BioWare and EA to put out a AAA, high-profile, high-budget, 6-year in development game. This is bull. This should not be happening. Okay? Now, a lot of people will defend it, be like, oh, it's just your system, man. Maybe it's your PS4, man. No, dude. No, that's not it.
You have to
Every
design
other
a
game
game
runs
for
on
the
my
console,
PS4 perfectly.
bro. Like, come on now.
What are you guys' thoughts on this mess? This is a mess.
I mean, it's an absolute train wreck. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This should not be happening. I mean, this has been in development for a long time.
6 years. They even pulled off people from Mass Effect Andromeda to make this game.
6 years, and they're just now finding that there are these really bad bugs out there that are. I mean, I guess they're not bricking people's consoles. Like
No, that was not.
That was not.
Bricking was not happening.
That was not a real claim, but you should not have to deal with all these crashes. And even from my experience, and I'm playing on Xbox, I'm not playing on PlayStation.
I'm playing on PlayStation.
But even on Xbox, I'm getting all kinds of bugs and stuff all the time. Like I mean, even earlier this week, I was doing a mission, and I got stuck in the loading screen. Like I was in the mission and I was getting shot at. And my controller was vibrating. Terrible. But like my buddy was just like, dude, why are you just standing there? Because all I see is the loading screen. I'm like this. I had to like completely turn off my Xbox and like drain it and stuff. Like it's ridiculous. And I mean, this should be AAA quality. So this definitely should not be happening.
This is BioWare. This is one of the story developers of all of gaming.
This definitely
embarrassing. Embarrassing.
So
I wanted to like the game so bad too. I was like, I like everything about this concept, but the execution just was terrible. Terrible execution.
Not good.
Please learn from this, BioWare. Like, I know you have a 10-year roadmap ahead of you with this game.
Maybe
you already lost a lot of people because of this. So
you returned your game already, huh? Or you traded it in?
I traded it in. I was like, and when I went to GameStop, they were like, "Oh man, you traded this in? What's wrong?" And I was like, A through Z. And they were like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." I'm like, "Yeah, exactly."
It's like, oh well, I don't want my.
Did they give you a good trade-in credit?
Yeah, I got $30.
Really?
Yep.
You paid.
So
60.
actually, no. Well, I paid 40 because I had a deal. But
you paid 40.
I got 30, so I spent 10.
That's not bad.
Really? But if you trade in a physical game within 30 days of its launch date, you get $30 automatically.
Within 30 days.
Automatically?
Automatically.
Is that on top of?
No, you get $30. Like, here's my game. Here's $30 for your game.
All right.
Also, it's like guaranteed.
Still not great.
Guaranteed 30. No, it's not great.
Not great, but you know.
But for me, when I got a deal, a cheaper deal on Anthem, I was like, okay, yeah, sure.
I mean, it's as good as it gets with GameStop,
But
yeah.
Again, really disappointed in this game. Really had high hopes for it.
Maybe it'll be really good in 6 months, but
yeah, I'm not buying it again.
It's.
I had lost me.
When I first met the both of you, you both were amped about this game. This was the game that you were most looking forward to.
Cool,
and we're both pretty critical and forgiving about most things. But when you screw with my console like that, no, dude.
But it wasn't that game started coming out, and I started seeing more and more gameplay.
Just Destiny 1.
And then I started getting a little bit like, I don't know if this is an age thing, but I've started to try and hold myself when it comes to the hype trains, because a lot of people are very susceptible to hype train, and you know back when I was a young lad, I mean I was
young boy.
I was totally guilty of this. I mean, For Honor came out, I was gung ho, and I hated it in a week. Like I was ready, and I bought it $60.
Ugh.
So
that's the worst, dude.
So when I saw, and that's why I became so critical of Fallout 76, like.
Immediately.
way early in development, before all these reviews and stuff came out, pooping on it, and same thing with Anthem. I was just like, I don't know about this, man. I mean, it's got the Destiny feel to it. I mean, you could just play Warframe. It's free. So I'm dropping that every single time I reference Destiny or Anthem. I'm gonna be like, play Warframe. It's free. I'm just letting you guys know right now. If that annoys you, my bad. But. Yeah, so I've become more critical of this stuff, and I definitely have noticed that Anthem did follow that trend, and then when it released, I was like, cool.
Yeah, but hey, I got money for it. I'm going to go spend it on the Division and get that half off, so that's cool.
I mean, dude, I've seen people commenting on Reddit and stuff like that there was more content in the Division beta than was in all of Anthem. So
there was a lot of content in Division.
I don't like throwing crap at EA and BioWare, because I like BioWare and I did like EA a long time ago. They were great. But it's just when EA comes out and says single player gaming is dead, and then you have God of War, Spider-Man, Devil May Cry just wreck your crap and make you look like a child, you got to reprioritize yourself.
I thought about something the other day. Is $60 too much to spend on a game nowadays?
I don't think so.
I mean,
if it's I bought God of War $60 day one, I have no regrets, man. As soon as credits rolled, I was like, I am completely satisfied with this. So it depends.
The way I think about it is, with the cost of games now, I mean, because games have been $60 and they're still $60, but the price tag to make a game has got to be more than it was 10 years ago. I mean, their standards are higher now.
It just is.
I mean,
4K
the
wasn't
scope is greater now. And so I don't think 60 is too much for a price tag. But I think for a lot of people, it becomes a game by game, case by case basis. Like the example that he said, I would not spend $60 on Anthem. I decided that when I first heard about it. I spent $30 on Anthem, and I don't feel regretful about it. But there are some games that I would absolutely pay. I bought the deluxe edition. I spent $70 last night on the Devil May Cry 5 deluxe edition. I have no regrets.
Because you know you're gonna like that game.
I know I'm gonna love it.
Okay.
And so I think
$60 for Sekiro when that comes out, done. Immediately spending that.
I
no regrets.
Yeah. I don't think the price tag in general should drop. I just think that as a consumer, as with all things, just be wary. Try to think ahead. How do you really see yourself playing this game after X amount of time? Do you really see this as being a continual source of enjoyment, or is it just going to be until the train dies and then you move on to something
else? A lot of people break it down. They do $1 per hour type of thing. I personally don't like that comparison, because I've played games that are 10 hours long. I spent $30 on. I've been like, wow, this was totally worth it. I love this game.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Well, the elephant in the room are the free games. Fortnite,
Apex.
What else?
What PUBG should be free.
PUBG should be, definitely.
With these awesome games in the backdrop of a price tag that you see $60, I mean, I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day. If we were to create our video game today, and we set aside however much it costs, it's almost like why would I spend a little bit extra instead of using the run-of-the-mill template? You say it might be more expensive to make a game now than it did 10 years ago.
Right.
I don't necessarily agree with that because I think they're just recycling the same recipes and the same engines, the rendering engines, and it's kind of like very templatey. And
okay,
but I feel like the scope and the man hours is definitely different.
Okay, so let's just put a price tag to it. Let's say it costs us $10 million to create a game, right?
Okay.
But if we put it out and the people don't like it, that's gone. Like, that's...
You're out. It's a risk.
That's it. Like,
it's a risk.
That's why it's such a risk. That's why AAA development is so crazy.
Yeah, what a crazy business to be in. Like, it's...
And you can have one miss and be done. That's it. You lost all your money.
True.
Done. See
That's
it.
true.
Like,
you can have one really bad game and your reputation could totally fall in the
now there's a difference between having a bad game, like mechanically, and a bad game that's like, oh, the story
this
is
is
bad.
obviously
Be like, hey, like, oh, I see you guys worked really hard on these mechanics, but your ideas are there, everything is there, but your story just isn't there to push me to play. Like, you know, there's different layers of it.
But I can see
it's so easy to be hypercritical. Like, not just one of the two elements. Like, both elements have to hit bullseye.
Think of smaller indie titles like Celeste and Dead Cells. They sold millions of copies, and they priced their games at $20.
Right.
So it all
if that would be a
depends
$60
on-
game, they wouldn't have sold as many.
Well, but
Of course
people
not.
wouldn't pay for a $60 game like that because that game's scope is obviously much smaller.
Right. That's why they priced it accordingly to what they worked on it.
Yeah.
Matt Makes Games is the developer. That's why they priced it accordingly.
I don't think anything is wrong with the pricing. I think it just really depends on the game.
The buyer has to be aware of what they're
But
buying, and people are dumb. So
That's
not a
the
thing.
most important part, though, is this transparency between what you're paying for and what you're actually getting. Like,
That's why
that's the most important.
That's why Anthem is under such crap right now, because it's like, God, you have all these features and all this content slated for later. Like, why don't you have this now in the game?
They want to charge later for it, don't they?
Exactly, but
some
there isn't enough in Anthem right now to give it a $60 price tag. That's why it's like,
coming, apparently.
that's why it's a slippery slope, you know?
So
Yeah. That's that.
That's that,
that's
I guess.
that's my thought on that.
So Anthem's not doing too great for you, I guess.
No.
So
I was checking on the render for your gameplay for DMC. Was it a recommend? Did you recommend a buy on it? So I didn't catch
on
it.
DMC.
Yeah, DMC.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, if you're not into that type of game, it just might not be into it. Like, it's not a like a min-maxing or a first-person shooter or.
It's a very particular.
It's very special. It's a like kill all the guys in the coolest way possible game. I mean, that's what it is. It's very simplified, but it's got a good story. It's got cool characters, and it's got just really fun to play.
It's solid mechanically.
And if that jives with you, if you're into the like high speed, like dodge, bob and weave, parry, fight, all these cool actiony things. If you guys are into that, I highly recommend the series. And I highly recommend this one. If you want to see my gameplay, you can see it on YouTube or on fpsguides.com. You can go and check it out. I have my gameplay where I run through the demo. We were trying to get it up here, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So, yeah. Do I recommend? Absolutely. What would I recommend buying it for? Depends on you. I would pay $60 for it. I would do it again.
Nice.
So.
That's that.
That's that. Yeah, that's that.
Nice.
So,
All right, you guys want to
so
talk about?
we'll move on to the little bits.
You guys want to talk about how Activision is in trouble again? As usual, because it's Activision.
How do you feel about that? Top hat?
What, Activision?
Being in trouble again.
Get him! Go get him!
So, a little context here, folks. So, all of you may be aware of how Activision split with Bungie later last year.
Hooray!
And along with that, Bungie got their hands on the Destiny franchise.
Hooray!
So, not only is Bungie cut off the Activision tumor, but they also get to keep their IP, which is super awesome.
I think they're now the largest indie studio.
It might be, actually.
I think they are.
That might be.
So,
Bungie might be.
Heck yeah, Bungie. Go get them.
So,
Go get them, Bungie.
great job for Bungie, but not so great news for Activision. Apparently, Activision could be facing legal action in the wake of this Bungie split. Apparently, Activision Blizzard wasn't fully transparent with their plans to split with Bungie, and was not very transparent with their shareholders. And so, a lot of their investors and their shareholders are
looks like we got a new
are taking.
A new listener. I don't recognize that name. Do you guys recognize that name?
I do not recognize that name. Hello, El Basha 258.
I recognize
Welcome.
that name.
Hello. Happy Friday.
That's my homie. What's up, El Basha?
Yo, what's up, Six homie? What's up?
What's up, Six
good?
homie?
What's up, guy? We were just talking about Activision Blizzard getting totally pooped on because they did not tell their shareholders that they were splitting up with their most major franchise.
You have to do that, right? I'm pretty sure you got to do that.
Pretty sure you gotta do that, yeah. There's not even a little like, hey guys, we're gonna be splitting up with Destiny. It's like, nothing. So, so according to the claims by the Kuzniki Law PLLC, which is the firm representing
Private limited liability.
representing these representing these investors, Activision was not transparent. Obviously, shares plummeted after what happened, and
They're pissed.
Rightfully so. So we'll have more developments on the story as it develops.
Very interesting.
We could see it go nowhere. We could be seeing Activision Blizzard in court. Who knows? But you'll hear it here. Moving on. This is actually more of a rumor.
Ooh.
This is more of a rumor. So you guys know Peggy, the ratings board. Like Peggy 18. The guys who rate all your things. Yeah. So Peggy recently listed ratings for the Modern Warfare 2 campaign remaster. So there is no current Modern Warfare 2 campaign remaster. You can play Modern Warfare 1 and only multiplayer.
Right.
But also, Modern Warfare 2 was, as you may know, was heralded as like the best story or campaign in any Call of Duty game ever.
Awesome.
And we don't know if this is legit or not. Peggy did recently list ratings for this game.
Usually when things get rated, they're coming out soon.
That means they're coming out. But the rating was taken down shortly after. That was probably because nobody told them they couldn't do it yet. And so they probably jumped the gun, put it out, and like, oh crap, dude, they didn't give us the green light. We're just gonna take this down. But it's the internet. Everybody knows now.
Yeah. So look out for that.
You could be seeing a Modern Warfare 2 remaster campaign,
good,
which had an awesome campaign.
Oh yeah.
And that'll be really exciting for all you Call of Duty fans. Moving on, all you Apex Legends. Oh, and by the way, Apex is at what, 50 million players?
50 million in the first month.
50 million in the first month. Well done. Wow. That was a total shot in the dark.
I think it's third or fourth
man.
It's consistently third or fourth on Twitch, spiking occasionally.
God,
it's doing well.
How does that compare to some of the other fastest growing?
Like games? Fortnite, it totally blew it out of the water.
It dwarfed Fortnite.
In this amount of time, Fortnite was a fraction of this.
So is Apex the fastest growing game?
It might be.
Might be.
It might be.
in that genre. Well, I'm not saying that, but it might be. But really, isn't that crazy though? Respawn just it was a little shot in the dark, dude. They did not know it was gonna blow up this much.
No, they didn't.
I mean, I'm sure they hoped it did, but they didn't know. They literally just dropped a game and some commercials with it on the same day. Nobody knew it existed.
You know what's crazy is that this game was actually the game was actually leaked 1 year ago on Reddit.
I saw that.
No one cared.
Nobody even knew what it was.
Everyone was like, whatever. Stupid Titanfall Battle Royale, not gonna happen.
Yeah, somebody released the map.
Yeah, it was the whole
Apex,
map.
like an image of the map of Apex, and the user who submitted it was like, oh hey. New Titanfall Battle Royale game, and everyone's like, no one cares. Why?
It had 5 comments. It had 5 comments.
Nobody cares.
And now it has thousands.
But now, it's one of the fastest growing games ever, and only in the first month. So, well done, Respawn. Well done. Respawn. That really worked out for you guys.
It's interesting how EA had nothing to do with this, and it's one of the best games EA has ever published. Interesting.
Maybe a little pattern there. But anyways, so with Apex being out for a little over a month now, we have our first changes coming along. This is the Season 1 changes. They're brought to us by Games Radar. Thank you, Games Radar.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
You probably may have heard, or if you play the game, that the Wingman and the Peacekeeper, which are 2 in-game weapons, are kind of OP. A lot of people have been complaining that they're too strong, that it allows newbie players to beat more experienced players just from having, a much better gun. And so those guns will be receiving a slight nerf.
Okay.
Right. Other things, energy ammo. There are some weapons in the game that use energy ammo, but energy ammo is really hard to find. So they're making energy ammo more common. And hitboxes. This has been a big complaint for a lot of people because there are literal big characters. Like Gibraltar and Caustic
They're big.
are much larger than the other characters. I mean, freaking Gibraltar looks like that guy from Moana.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson's character. I don't know his name. I don't watch that, but you know what I'm talking about.
Big dude.
He's a meme. So yeah, he's a big dude, and he's much easier to hit, obviously, because he's freaking huge. So what they're doing is they're trying to alter the hitboxes for these larger characters to be a little bit closer to the rest of the roster.
All right.
I mean,
all right.
They brought this up to Respawn's attention. Respawn looked into it. After the deliberation, they were like, okay, yeah, we do see where you're coming from. It is a lot easier to hit, Gibraltar than it is to hit, the tracker guy, or whatever. So, we are going to be getting some changes to Apex here soon. So look out for that.
Well, congratulations to Respawn for doing as well as they are and
keeping up with it.
Yeah, keeping up with
it. Keeping up with the community. Keeping up with changes. That's exactly what you need to do. I mean, that's one of the reasons Fortnite is still so big is because they bust out changes immediately. I mean,
they can have a lot of fun with this game.
Even with actually, Fortnite started adding some new features because of their popularity in Apex.
Yeah.
So like the ping feature in Apex, which lets you basically mark
it's
in the worlds where things are, you can like point at like some ammo and be like, oh, ammo here, and your teammates will be able to see it. And
they're doing that in Fortnite?
Yeah, they literally added it in
Nice.
Fortnite like days.
Nice.
Like it was so quick. They're like, oh man, we need to have this like right now.
It's like, that's a really great idea.
They added in the ping feature in Fortnite.
You know what's funny is that Fortnite added this in like days. It took Respawn like multiple years to figure out how to create like a really good ping system.
A really good ping system, and Fortnite was just like, yoink.
If you don't play Fortnite for a month, you turn it back on, and
it's a new game.
It's a new game. It absolutely is.
10 gig download of updates.
It's a new game, man.
It really is, dude. I mean, like there's like hoverboards and airplanes and crap now. Like, there's little airplanes you can fly around and shoot. Like, dude, when this game first started out, like, there was none of this crap.
So
none of this crap. So,
good
really
stuff.
awesome. Oh, and they're actually taking the respawn feature from Apex.
Oh, really?
So you're actually going to be able to respawn in Fortnite through these respawn locations, just like Apex does.
That's how you know a game is doing well. When
when one of the best games
is taking your ideas.
Takes your ideas. So.
I'm sure Respawn's pretty happy about that. I'm sure there's no
those guys are,
ill will
those
towards
guys
it.
are,
Just
are absolutely partying right now.
Bro, the comment you said last week where you said what you like about Apex, we kind of had a similar thing. I don't like the building in Fortnite.
I hate
when you said you start shooting at somebody, you finally see somebody, you shoot at them and they turn into a building.
That's so annoying, dude. Like, you shoot at somebody and then, like, they take one hit marker and then they turn into, like, a 9-story building. You're like...
But I've heard people are getting really good at Apex now. Like,
Oh yeah.
People are starting to get really good.
Especially because it feels so good and smooth that you can be good at it. Fortnite, it's smooth, but it ain't that smooth, man.
It's Apex is more rewarding for people who are good at first-person shooters.
The
thing about Fortnite is, like, gunplay is obviously a big part of it, but gunplay is honestly not even as important as the building. The building is the most important part of it.
Yeah.
So what's up? It looks like we got a few more viewers.
Guys, thanks for coming in. Hello, happy Friday. Welcome.
We just got done talking about Apex and how they're killing it right now.
Apex
and how
killing
Fortnite is, kind of sharing some ideas with Apex.
Yep. Apex for adult, Fortnite for kids. Absolutely agree, 100%. Repost.
I don't know. I can't find any concrete chart for the fastest growing games of all time, because we just discussed, if you guys just tuned in, we just discussed how Apex has
50
million in 1 month.
That's amazing.
Yep.
One of the things that I do read, but it's from 2010, some mobile game called Cityville hit like 26 million in just over 10 days.
Dude, it's a mobile game.
Yeah.
Okay,
so it's probably a mobile game.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah. It's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
Alash is asking, is
automatically downloaded.
Apex is for adults and Fortnite for kids? Yeah, I would think so.
Absolutely.
I think so.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Retweet, I believe.
For sure.
Yep.
All right.
Moving on. Days Gone.
Days Gone.
Days
if you
Gone.
guys are looking forward to Days Gone, which I wasn't at first, but
It looks
the more
pretty-
I look,
it looks
the
pretty
more I
sick.
look at it, it looks very interesting. I think a really good kind of mix is Far Cry and State of Decay put together equals Days Gone. Would be my kind of gist about that. But the campaign is going to be about 30 hours for the Golden Path. That's fine.
That's
I'm
not
totally
bad.
okay
For a
with
Golden
that.
Path, that's not bad at all.
Like, I'm totally okay with that, but it looks very cool. Keep your eyes out on this game. It comes out April something. I think I want to say the 20 something. April 20 something.
It comes out next month?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Comes out next month. But it looks very, very cool. And something I want to highlight about this game is the dynamic weather system, which a lot of games have. But if you do the same mission at 2 different times of day, different things will happen to you, which is really cool.
Like the zombies are more aggressive at night or something like that.
Not just that. So there's a gameplay trailer where he does a mission during the day. He has to go find his friend and help him do stuff. Let's say. So during the day he did it, and he was, cycling on his bike, on his motorcycle. He doesn't have a freaking pedal bike. Hold on, I need to run away from the zombies. Pedaling.
Going uphill, you're like.
But he's driving on his bike, and during the day, there's just a bunch of people out there trying to stop him. But he redoes the mission at night, and when he crosses this road, there's like a barbed wire that takes him off his bike because bandits are way more aggressive at night and were trying to rob him and kill
Trying to
him
take
during
his
the night.
stuff.
So so different things like that will happen.
That's pretty
which
cool.
is really cool.
That's
So
sick.
really want to put some light on that game because it's coming out after God of War, after Spider-Man, after all these super hard-hitting PS4 games. So
And it's gonna
give
be
this game a little love.
It's gonna be a single player story.
Single
focus?
player, yep.
That's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good.
Yep.
Is this a PS4 exclusive?
PS4 exclusive, man.
That's a good sign, honestly. PS4 exclusive, single
Probably gonna be
player,
good.
story focus, probably gonna be pretty fire. So I'm pretty excited for that game.
I'm kind of
honestly.
excited, yeah.
I saw that game. I thought it was really interesting, but I mean, it wasn't like up in the top of my list for this year. Obviously it's like Sekiro, Devil May Cry. Those are like way up there.
Right.
But this game is coming at me from left flank, man. I mean, it looks really awesome. It looks really, really cool. I'm really excited to see where it goes. And
What studio is that?
playing.
Sony Ben.
Sony Ben, yep.
Okay. They actually made Siphon Filter for PlayStation 1, if you remember that game.
Oh my
that game
God.
was good.
Yeah, basically it's supposed to be like
It looks
an
good.
open world, post-apocalyptic, but you play as like some kind of biker and you have like a motorcycle. And
There's a
stuff.
lot, yeah.
There's a whole lot.
There's
to
like
it.
a lot of past
There's a
backstory.
whole lot to it. The motorcycle is a main part of the story.
Yeah, you have to upkeep your bike.
You have to
Like,
make sure because you don't want to be driving through and then you get a flat and then you have
one of
a horde
the
like 30 zombies.
Actually, one of the
coming
gameplay
after your
trailers I
ass.
saw, he was like, oh, I gotta go hide my bike so I can take out these guys real quick so they don't hear me.
This
Yeah,
shot
it's
makes
so
me
good,
think
man.
of Daryl from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, dude, I think they got a lot of inspiration
Yeah.
actually from Daryl from The Walking
And there is
Dead.
hordes,
Okay.
there's
There's
hordes
like
of zombies that run after you.
And
it's
they
like,
book
that's
it.
holy
bro.
crap.
They
Like-
book it. These zombies are on the freaking track team, dude. Like these guys are fast.
Also, it's like World
They're
War
not.
Z.
Yeah,
folks.
it's not like George Romero zombies where they're just kind of like walking and you can just kind of blow them over.
No, they're
like
not
like
messing around.
they're leaping over barricades like they're on track and field, dude. Like
No,
it's
fast
quick,
zombies.
dude.
Fast zombies are way more interesting.
Way
than-
more
Oh, yeah.
terrifying.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Way more terrifying. So.
That's
So
cool.
Yeah.
I might look into this game.
I might get this game too. It looks absolutely dope.
All right.
All right, moving on.
So,
we got some
You
PUBG.
guys still playing PUBG? Nope.
No.
That's right. Just
But
like everybody
I wouldn't-
else.
I wouldn't not play it.
Come on, dude.
All right.
Come on.
All right, you got me there.
Maybe you'll play it after they remaster their battle royale maps, which is what they're doing because
Who
they
asked for that?
need to freaking do something with this game to keep it relevant.
Yep.
So remastering the map is a good idea. They're starting with what's this one called?
In Wrangle.
In Wrangle, yeah, that one. They're starting with that one. So if you're still playing PUBG, jump on that. Does that interest you? Does that like maybe get you back into PUBG, or you just like,
I
like,
mean,
I can play
that
Apex?
specifically wouldn't get me into PUBG. I do think that PUBG still has a special place in my heart because it was one of the first like battle royale games.
It's like your first. It's like your first.
It's
like your first kiss, man.
It's like your first
girl.
It's like your,
Your
first
first girlfriend.
It's like your
It's like,
first girl. Yeah,
like-
exactly. And I still think PUBG. I still believe that PUBG has a place in the market. I mean, yeah, you have Apex, but so you have Fortnite for all those,
Yeah, but what about Call of Duty
all the
Blackout?
weirdo kids. What about Call of Duty Blackout?
It's way better than
Do
PUBG.
people even play that, dude? Dude,
What if Call of Duty Blackout? What if Call of Duty Blackout goes free to play, dude?
If Call of Duty is free to play, okay, that'd be different. But I don't see them making Call of Duty free to play.
No, Blackout specifically free to play.
Oh, I don't think they would do that. I mean,
I think
I don't.
they would.
That would be a big deciding factor. Obviously, free to play. Maybe you have two of the biggest ones are free. That's obviously a big thing for some people out there. But I still think PUBG has a little place in the heart for some hardcore PC people who like their buggy, personality-filled games.
If you're still playing PUBG, you got a nice remastered map for you.
I will play it again, though.
Hooray.
I will play it again. I'm just not going to pay $30 for it.
It's the most realistic out of the options.
I agree.
It's the most realistic.
I agree with that.
Bugs aside, if they ever fix the bugs, it has a niche.
I feel like PUBG should relaunch.
I agree.
Like if they had a relaunch, if there was like PUBG, I don't know,
they should go to like
Reloaded or something.
They should honestly try and go to fucking free to play.
That would be good.
That's what they need. They need to go to a game as a service or a free to play or something like that, because obviously people aren't willing to pay $30 for that game after it's been perpetually pooped on.
That's true.
You know, but yeah, I still do think it's got like it has a place. It has a niche because, you know, Fortnite. I mean, Fortnite's its own thing. You know, in Apex,
I guess all these different games
Blackout,
serve different audiences.
Yeah, in Apex and in Blackout, I mean, the time to kill is ridiculous sometimes. I mean, I just don't like, and this is one of my biggest things when it came to the Halo multiplayer. Halo had a great multiplayer, but it just took so long to kill somebody unless you're using like a sniper or a shotgun. Like you have to empty like a clip and a half of an assault rifle to their chest to kill them. Like it takes too long, man. And that's the one thing I liked about PUBG. You know, it's very twitch shooty, you know, but you can get some good shots on their chest and they're going down. You know, that's all there is to it. So
I feel like that with off topic, but Smash Brothers, it takes too long to kill somebody.
Some characters,
I feel like that's proportional.
Some characters,
it's proportional, man.
Some characters do. The really fat characters, those guys.
It takes too long to kill
them.
them.
You can get them over like 200%, and they're still falling on the platform. You're like, get out of here, go.
Yeah, but on the multiplayers, I do see what you mean. Sometimes it takes too long.
It takes too long. Like it kind of breaks it for me. Like if I get to jump on some guy, you know. And maybe I don't have something very great. I have like an SMG or something like that, and I just start unloading into his freaking back. And he has a peacekeeper or he has like a wingman or has like a really high powered shotgun. He just turns around and blasts me away. I'm like,
blast you into a million
pieces. I just like unloaded a clip into your back, man. Like come on.
Your positional advantage was totally
like your positional doesn't even matter because the guy has a better gun than you. That's kind of stuff I don't like, you know. And you know, a lot of people didn't like PUBG because of, you know, because you couldn't really react to something like that. But if that happens in real life, if someone comes at you from behind and shoots you in the back, you're done. You lose. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I remember this. One of my favorite games of TF2 was I Am Rambo was standing on the point, and I was hiding below the platform. I had to scout, but I got right behind them with like 0 point blank. It took just a couple shotgun blasts.
Boom.
Yeah. With the weakest character, but positionally, if you're there, you know, it's easy. It's easy enough to kill.
It's because it's more balanced.
Yeah, it's very. There's a lot of well thought out mechanics. But I agree with you with a lot of these new games. You could get the jump on someone and just like they just killed me. They just turned around and killed me.
Like you can have overshields and armor and all this crap. I'm like, God, dude, like for real. Can't you have like just some body armor that adds like 15% damage resistance and call it a freaking?
Well, how do you think games in the future, like, how do you think future multiplayer games should handle that? Because like, let's take Halo, right? Halo Infinite is going to be the next big tentpole, you know, Microsoft exclusive in this franchise. This is basically Halo 6. But like, how do you think Halo Infinite when it comes to Xbox and when it comes to PC, super dope by the way. Coming to PC, how do you think they should deal with this? Because they have an awesome multiplayer.
They do have a long time.
So how do you think they should deal with it?
The thing is,
do you think you should keep it within the lore of the story? You have to.
I don't think they need to change the entire game to make it easier and quicker to kill somebody like I'm suggesting. I think that it would just behoove them to offer certain game modes that allows this. Like and this actually was a thing with,
like a hardcore mode or
one of the latest Halos. Well, actually one of the best ones in my opinion, Halo Reach, was one of the last ones I played, and Halo Reach had a mode called SWAT, which is basically like basically no one has a shield,
Okay.
So it's just armor, and it's just like if you shoot someone in the head, even if it's just like an assault rifle, like they're done.
Okay.
You know, so it's much more realistic, and I loved that.
So you think games should have separate modes for those audiences? For those different
I
people?
feel like it all depends on the game. Like it might be kind of weird for Apex to have like a separate mode for something like that. But if it's possible, I mean, you wanna give as much variety to your players as possible. If your players want to have like
That'd be a good idea
a more
if they-
realistic fight, they should have that opportunity. And Call of Duty did that first with the hardcore mode, and that was really awesome.
It'd be
thing
cool
about Call
if
of Duty.
this would be a crazy thing if they did this, but just a thought. If while during a normal game of Apex, when you die, instead of being booted out, you get booted to all the other players that died into a single version of another battle royale match.
Okay. And so what you basically
But like
every
you
time you die, you get
basically
thrown
respawn into another battle royale game, but
With the other losers.
with all the other losers.
Losers bracket.
Yeah, like the losers bracket, but you don't have anything with you. Like all the stuff has
You
been scavenged already.
basically
Like,
start over.
yeah, but all the map has still been picked up of resources already
Okay.
because you've lost.
Okay.
What do you think of that? Do you think
That's
that's an
pretty
interesting
Yeah,
idea?
that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool.
Respawn, if you're listening, you should hire me.
Yeah. Hire him.
I don't know anything about game development though, so.
But
sorry.
the only weapons are pool noodles.
Yeah, the only weapons are pool noodles. Yeah.
You have these giant
Well, no,
dudes
just
like
no
whacking
weapons.
each other with
There's no
pool noodles.
weapons. It's just Fight Club. That's all it is. It's just Fight Club.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe games in the future will implement different modes like that. That's a good idea. I like it though, having different modes because maybe you're not feeling that one day. Maybe your friends aren't online. You're like, oh, let me just jump in solo real quick. It's like, oh, my friends are online. Let me jump into this other game mode.
Well, with what you just described, you'd have like a ladder. You could see who really the worst is. Like, right now with Battle Royale, you know who the best is, right?
Yeah.
But if the depth keeps going down, like you just keep dying and dying and dying, like you could say, hey, this was the worst player in this Battle Royale round.
They just put NPCs in there. They don't even put players in there anymore.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys, let's see how much time we got. We got almost zero time.
4 minutes.
All right. So
So
we
we
want to talk
can-
about these deals though.
True, and then we'll talk about some specific deals, but then we'll talk about some specific rumors that are super exciting. Then after that, I think we're gonna wrap up the show. Wrap up. Wrap up. What I said.
Wrap it up. You know what I'm saying?
So hit me with some of those deals. There's some juicy deals too.
All right, folks, we have some juicy deals right now. The PlayStation Network deals, these start on Tuesday and will last until next Tuesday.
It started last Tuesday.
On last Tuesday, will last until March 12th, which is going to be next Tuesday.
Indeed.
So these guys below are going to be on the cheap Assassin's Creed Odyssey, $25.79. That's mad cheap.
Worth it.
The deluxe edition you can get for $34.39, which is also mad cheap. There is a gold edition and ultimate edition
so
as
many
well. There's a lot of
editions
editions
of
of
this
Odyssey.
game. Yeah.
So the gold edition, $43, and the ultimate edition, this is your big granddaddy edition, $51.59. That's a lot of content
pretty
for
good.
less than $60. Going on, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the Croft edition, I think the Laura Croft edition, going to be $45. And the Tom Clancy's The Division, the gold edition, the first one, is going to be $27.
So we're trying to gear up for Division 2.
So if you're trying to get hyped for the Division 2, go ahead and pick this up. It's under $30 and it's a steal. This is the gold edition, so it comes with all the DLC, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Oh, one thing that's on PSN. Sorry.
Xbox One game deals
Same time.
same time frame, going to be last Tuesday to Tuesday March 12th.
Not all these games are like the whole deal. They're
Yeah.
just like kind of ones we picked and choose.
Yeah, ones we found. So we have A Way Out. It's going to be $18.
That's really cool. You should get that game so you can play it with Kate.
Okay.
A Way Out. Okay.
Yeah.
We have Battlefield 5, the deluxe edition, $40. I still don't think that's cheap enough. Honestly.
No, it's not.
But if you like Battlefield 5, go ahead and get it. Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year edition, $10. Dragon Age
Worth
Inquisition was a super
Worth
good
it.
Dragon Age, and the Game of the Year edition comes with all of the little juicy content for $10. I highly recommend. Mass Effect Andromeda, the deluxe edition, $12.
That game has a lot of flaws, but it is.
The game has a lot of flaws, but it is a full Mass Effect game, and
It is
this is the
fun.
deluxe edition for $12. So, I mean, if you were hesitant about trying out Mass Effect before because you didn't want to spend the money on it and you heard all the bad things, go ahead and get this one. $12. I mean, just all you have to do is like not eat dinner one day. That's fine.
And then we're moving on to the EA Publisher Sale, actually, which I just found out.
What you got?
It goes until the 19th of March, and there's a bunch of awesome deals here.
Damn, Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 for $12.
Yeah, Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 for $12.
I buy that.
Like a
I
bundle?
get that.
Like they're bundled
Yeah,
together?
they're bundled together.
What?
Really
It's
good.
like $6 each.
Yeah, Titanfall 2
Okay.
by itself is $7.50. I bought that because I got no interest in Battlefield, whatever it is, 1. Battlefield 1 by itself is $10. Battlefield 5 is $30. NFL 19, $18. Pretty good. Mass Effect Trilogy, $15. Seriously awesome. Seriously get that.
That's a good one. That's
Dead
a
Space
good
1, 2 are also $5 each. Dead Space 3 is $10. So you can play the whole Dead Space franchise for $20.
$20. And
Worth
honestly, worth it. The Dead Space
Totally
franchise
worth
is awesome, especially if you're super into
And then Mass Effect
sci-fi
Andromeda is
and
$8.
horror.
Yeah, if you don't like being scared, skip that one.
No, yeah.
It's pretty scary.
But, you know,
It's pretty scary.
If you're courageous,
I remember my sister was playing
ahead
that.
and
She
play
was
it.
like, I just killed all these enemies. Why is there more? It's like, because they move around.
There was one. It's not listed on here, but I saw it on Steam this morning. If you buy the Division 2, it's a bundle. They're gonna throw in
Division 1?
Far Cry Primal,
Oh,
Ghost
wow.
Recon Wildlands,
Oh, wow.
and oh my goodness,
Whoa.
there's one more game. I said Watch Dogs 2, Far Cry Primal.
No, you did not. You said Far Cry Primal.
Okay,
You
there's
said-
then Ghost
those are the
Recon,
three.
and
There
then
you
Watch
go.
You
Dogs.
get 4 games
Wow.
if you buy the Division
So
2.
Ghost
That's
Recon
that's a really good
Wildlands,
deal. Wow.
Far Cry Primal,
And Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs 2.
Watch Dogs.
Watch
Wow,
Dogs
that's really
2
good.
with the purchase
Of
of
the
the Division 2.
Boom. That's
Wow.
4
On-
games.
Is
for
this on
That's a
Steam?
really good deal.
This is the $60, or
$60
maybe
bucks.
$60.
Yeah.
for the game.
Yeah.
Maybe-
Wow.
Is
Don't,
it on Steam or Ubisoft? Whatever. It's up there. It's out there.
don't quote us on that.
That's
But
great,
it is a
man.
bundle out there, and
Bundle
you'll
out
likely
there.
save a lot of money if you're interested. And that's 4 freaking games. That
Yeah.
like sets you up for 6 months right there.
Wow. Seriously.
So go for it.
Like, that's really good. Do you want to do these, or do you want to do the rumors?
We had the. I mean, we had.
We can do these.
The development. Okay. I just thought real quick, in case somebody likes some merchandise, they want to have a little bit of some nerd memorabilia in their house. They have some actually a deal on ThinkGeek.com for Super Mario Brothers merchandise. You can get a chain chomp desk lamp. That is the
That's
the
kinda
chain guy with a little mouth, and he's like a ball and a chain, and he like kind of sits up like this, and he's got like a light coming out of his mouth, and he's a lamp.
It's kind of cool.
And 20% off is actually for $75. You can now get it for $40, and that is one of the cheapest you can get that lamp. Actually,
It's kind of a cool lamp.
the only time there's been a better deal than that was actually during Black Friday deals. So, Super Mario Fire Flower statue. I shouldn't need to tell you what the Fire Flower is. This is just a statue, doesn't light up or anything. But
do
you can
anything
get that
cool.
for $19.99. It was $25. So if you're looking to spice up your man cave or your desk or whatever,
Girl cave.
go ahead and get one of these bad boys. Do you want to talk about the Nintendo ass mobile developers?
Yeah, I think that's kind of interesting.
Okay, yeah.
Because that doesn't happen.
Why don't you go ahead?
So Nintendo has asked their mobile developer partners that make all their mobile games to actually decrease their monetization and microtransactions, so players will spend less. In
Why?
The game.
Why?
Very
Let's go,
interesting.
Nintendo.
Very
That's BS. I don't buy it.
Let's go.
And I have this article sourced
Nintendo's
from
so expensive, bro.
GamesIndustry.biz, so you can go look it up yourself. If
No, I mean I don't
believe
I don't
me.
buy the context.
Now,
You don't think they did that?
sources say Nintendo doesn't want its self-image to be a greedy cash grab mobile company.
Come on, dude.
That's what they're saying, man.
Dude,
This
the
is what I'm-
Joy-Cons is so
This is what
expensive,
I'm
dude.
saying. They want mobile games to be better rather than to be increasingly monetized and to be cash grabby. So they want their developers to make basically less because they don't want their reputation to be like, oh, this is a Nintendo mobile game, cash grab, not quality, not good. They don't want that to happen. So that's what they're
Okay.
doing.
They have the
I get
reputation
it.
in mind.
I
They have
get
the
it.
reputation in mind, and obviously,
Especially Nintendo.
you can see how like gamers do tend to go on a witch hunt
Yeah.
when
Oh,
things
yeah.
like this happen.
That's
so,
true. I see that.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's
But they're
really
so
cool.
expensive, dude. That's like Apple saying, "Hey, we don't want you to have microtransactions on your accessories," or something like that. It's like they're so expensive. Nintendo is way more expensive than Xbox and PlayStation stuff. That Pro controller is like $80. Rarely do I see it on sale, and when it's on sale, it's $65.
Yeah,
that's
but
true.
their best console is $300 though. I mean, it's like and Xbox is, PlayStation.
That's true.
consoles
That's
are
true.
like,
But I just
closer
thought it
to
was.
500.
I just thought it was interesting because you never hear this.
Yeah.
You never.
You
hear
never
this.
hear of like a huge developer telling their guys to make them less money.
Yeah, you don't hear that.
That's true.
So they're obviously they're trying to keep good rapport with their consumers, and
That's true.
Yeah,
All
props.
right, we're
Props.
actually running late, but
We are running
do you
mad
want to
late.
talk about these rumors, or we can save them until next?
Fly through them.
fly through.
All right.
All right, shotgun, go.
So, rumors. Xbox One S All Digital Edition will launch in May with pre-orders coming in April. We actually did report on this December 21st. If you go look at the podcast, we said that it will be available in the springtime. And it'll be all digital.
Called it.
So,
Ding, ding, ding.
point one for us.
That's another one.
This is cool because it's going to be smaller and cheaper. So,
Not much cheaper.
I don't know
I've
about that.
read like 180 around. They say sub 200 mark, but you could get that now already with the S, like with the Blu-ray drive, on slick deals. Like, look,
That's true, but if you don't buy physical, just get this.
yeah.
I think it's going to be like 150. If it's 150, they win.
You would buy that?
No.
No.
But he doesn't need to though.
I don't need
he's
to.
saying this is
Wait, you need a 4K player for your 4K TV though. Your new 4K TV. You need a 4K player
Well,
for that.
I'll just wait for PS5.
Wait another year, bro.
Okay, fine. But this is really cool. I think this is cool because this is Xbox trying to get everyone into their digital
Yes.
atmosphere way before they announce xCloud and way before all these things. So once that rolls out, I already have this digital box that does everything for me.
honestly.
That's
Xbox-
not in the rumor mill. That's already.
It hasn't been confirmed by Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, Xbox been trying to become
It hasn't been
like
confirmed.
like a homegrown brand, bro. They're
Okay.
trying to be everywhere.
Yeah. And then we got Persona 5 launching on Switch and PS4 as titled Persona 5S. I guess that means, I don't really know what that means.
Persona
but
5 Switch.
Maybe Super, I don't know, in the fall. But there's more confirmation to come in May. So look out for that if you're into Persona. That's really cool. We got my two favorite rumors right here, guys.
Let's go.
The Last of Us Part 2, gonna release this year in October. I'm gonna
Yeet.
lose my shit when that game comes out. I'm probably gonna I'm obviously gonna pre-order it and buy it, but really excited for that.
Absolutely.
And then Ghost of Tsushima to launch August 30th this year. Super amped for that
That's
game,
gonna be
man.
so cool,
Oh,
man.
man.
If you
I
haven't
am just-
seen any Ghost of Tsushima stuff, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
We're almost done with the stream. Just go on YouTube and look at that stuff, man. It's gonna be freaking baller.
It's gonna be great. So if you see those release dates and they're in October and August, you heard it here, guys.
You heard it here.
Right here.
Yeah,
So
we've been
I
on
hope you
top
guys
of
are
this
excited
one.
for those rumors. That kind of wraps it up.
Yeah.
Got any fun music to play as we exit?
You do the closing?
We're
We
going
are
to do
doing
the
the
closing, I guess.
All right. It's so I always get sad at the end of these things. Maybe we need to consider making this longer.
What
longer?
How much
The
longer?
podcast. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
We only got 2 hour podcast.
some work to do.
Yeah, that's
we
true.
do
No,
have-
not
we do have a
necessarily in
job.
this time slot because this is the middle of the day. But
That's
Well,
true.
We will let you guys know if we end up
Yeah,
having
if we
another
end up changing
podcast during
anything.
the week.
If we end up changing anything,
If we end up
we'll let
changing
you know.
anything, you'll.
But hey, you want
we'll
to take us
hit
out
you
of
up.
here?
All right. Well, guess I'm gonna take you guys out. Thanks for stopping by. As always, remember to smash them like buttons and subscribe buttons. You can check us out on social media at fpsguys.com. As of now, you can check us out on YouTube, Twitch, Apple Play, Spotify, and of course our website. Also, check out our Discord. The link is in the description on Twitch. Come in, chat, and play with us. If you want to just pop in and drop some dank memeage, you can just go ahead and do that. I don't even care. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. We're never shy to feedback. If you guys have any comments, suggestions, anything to do to make this community
We'll
better,
always listen.
let us know, please. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.
Play
and have a
games.
wonderful week. We love you. Play games.
Play games.
Ciao.
Peace.
Peace.